respect those members of our active duty military who are currently serving, and also in respect of the first responders who are out there allowing us to live lives of peace and security. I'm Dr. David Hartley. I'm the Interim Dean in the College of Business Administration.
Hello, my name is CJ Wesley, as brother of Sigma Phi Epsilon.
Hi, I'm Steve Mayer. I'm an alumni of the Ohio Sigma chapter of Sigma Phi Epsilon out of Case Western Reserve University.
Hi, my name is Ted Titus, and I'm an alumnus of the Michigan Kappa chapter of Sigma Phi Epsilon at Grand Valley State University.
Hi, my name is Renato Villacorte. I'm an alumnus of Sigma Phi Epsilon and a veteran of the United States Marine Corps.
Hello, gents. My name is Yoni Hahn. I'm in the Marine Corps, and I rep Sigma Phi Epsilon in 2007 at the University of South Florida.
Hi, my name is Paul Yee, and I'm a SigEp here at Clarion University.
A lot of that had to do with the effects of 9/11. On 9/11, I was in the 8th grade doing a grammar worksheet in an English classroom when the teacher from next door kind of opened the door between the classrooms and said, "You'll never guess, check this out," and started to turn up the radio. My entire class then, we sat there and listened to the entire broadcast. It was absolutely shocking to me what was going on, and at that time, we really didn't know what was going on.
Needed something more out of life, so I decided to join the Marine Corps. In 2010, I volunteered for a deployment to Afghanistan. And actually, my birthday is on September 11th. And looking back now in retrospect, in 6th grade, I had no idea what a big impact it was going to have on my life.
On 9/11, 2001, I was on a business trip in Lansing, Michigan. My boss came in and told me that our country was under attack. Of course, I thought he was kidding. When I realized he wasn't, all I could think about was, how do I get back in the Marine Corps, and how do I tell my wife and 6-month-old son I'm going to leave and defend this nation? Well, things didn't work out like that. And ultimately, I chose to serve my community and serve my country by supporting our veterans and military members.
I always thought about joining the military, but never really had that spark to see it through, and it was 4 years later, and 9/11 happened.
The biggest things that I remember about 9/11 was first not recognizing just how, when someone said that a plane had hit the Twin Towers, I'm thinking a Cessna, not an airliner. And then to see the airliners hit, and probably the most tragic thing that I saw there were the people that were above the flames, and watching them dive out in order to try to escape the flames, dive out the windows and try to escape the flames. That to me was very significant, and that's something that I'll always remember about that.
I wanted to do something for in response to what happened in 9/11.
I serve in my state's infantry company, currently designated Alpha Company, 1st to 182nd. I started as a rifleman and currently serve as a rifle team leader. My military education includes infantry school, air assault school, mountain warfare school, and the non-commissioned officer academy. In the summer of 2007, I participated in Operation Jumpstart on the Mexican border. In June of 2011, my battalion was deployed to Afghanistan. My platoon deployed with Combined Joint Task Force 1 as a security force for a provincial reconstruction team. I spent 9 months in Longman Province. I successfully completed over 100 combat missions, was awarded the Combat Infantryman's Badge for actions under fire.
In May of 2002, I shipped to boot camp and became a United States Marine. I was an 0351 in the Corps, which is infantry, specializing in demolitions and anti-armor operations. And I was medically retired in 2009 as a sergeant after a tour in Iraq.
My job is motor transport, and I joined the Marine Corps back in 2009.
I served for 20 years in the United States Army. 19 of those were in Special Forces. I was a Special Forces Weapons Sergeant, Special Forces Intelligence Sergeant, Special Forces Team Sergeant of a military free-fall detachment, and also a Headquarters First Sergeant. Some other duties that I had or as an instructor at the Special Forces Operations and Intelligence course in Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
During my 5 years in the military, I served overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan. In Iraq for about 15 months and in Afghanistan for about 12. My job in the military was when I first joined, I joined as a parachute rigger, which is a person that packs parachutes for the airborne. But then while in Iraq, I did the personal security detail for my battalion commander and my brigade commander. I was a rifleman, I was a gunner, and I was also recon support. And then during my time in Afghanistan, I was strictly human intelligence and a team leader for a little gun squad for a little bit.
On the family side, our son joined the local fire department as a volunteer firefighter and as a junior firefighter because he wasn't 18 yet. And then as he spent time there, and eventually when he got to be 18 years old, he joined the U.S. military, also became a Special Forces weapons sergeant, and he actually did 2 tours in Iraq.
Sigma Phi Epsilon helped prepare me to deal with situations that other people couldn't deal with. I learned how to communicate better with others. I learned certain responsibilities. I became respectful, and all these things helped contribute to my success in the Marine Corps.
I was able to communicate more effectively. I was able to reach out and find the similarities between the two cultures that were interacting instead of looking at their differences. Because through those similarities is where you can get real communication when talking to things like local nationals. It was definitely an eye-opening experience. I grew a lot from it, but I can honestly say that the effects of SigEp on my military career have been infinite. Every day I find something else new and exciting that I realize that I've been able to handle because of the things that I've learned through Sigma Phi Epsilon.
The biggest impact I would have to say, though, with Sigma Phi Epsilon in my life is the brotherhood of the fraternity. That common bond that we all share as brothers. When I returned from Iraq, I was diagnosed with severe post-traumatic stress disorder and was having quite a rough row at home. Went to a homecoming at Grand Valley and ran into my brothers. These were random brothers that I had never met before, and they met me, talked to me, got to know me, and took me back in, and I am thankful for that. They really helped me to come home, and I'm better today because of that bond, because of that brotherhood, and the ability to accept all of us as we are.
I'm proud to work with SigEp vets. This is the network of military members of our fraternity. These are brothers who have served or are serving in our U.S. Armed Forces.
SigEp has always been my home away from home. My brothers are my family. We've shared plenty of good times together and a few not so good times. I know I can always count on them, and they know they can always count on me. This fraternity has helped shape me into the person I am today. I wouldn't be half the leader, friend, or student I am today without the experiences I've had through SigEp.
I always knew of SigEps when I was in high school because SigEp was founded where I was from in Richmond, Virginia. When I finally came to college, though, and I joined SigEp and learned more about SigEp and what it actually meant to be a SigEp, it was I wish I had SigEp before I joined the military, honestly. Like, I'm glad that I did the military before college, and I'm glad I got the experience, but at the same time, what I got out of SigEp here so far, what I'm getting out of it is I'm opening up my minds to a lot more things. Like, I'm not as closed-minded as I was before, and also I'm trying to become more understanding, I guess. And SigEp is obviously we're on the Balanced Man program with Sound Mind, Sound Body. As far as the sound mind goes, I've been trying to better myself that way through my brothers, talking to brothers, and learning from brothers, and then actually learning a different side of brotherhood. Like, we have military brotherhood, but a brotherhood within a fraternity. Like, it's completely different, and I'm glad I made the choice to go SigEp.
So I would just like to thank everyone for participating in this. I think this is a significant event for the university, and I deeply appreciate the opportunity to speak on behalf of those active duty service members and our first responders. Thank you.